Well, it's a master baking day today. Can you hear me over that? Yeah, so I'm going to be making scones later. Scones, whatever you like to call them. It's now 7:45. I've decided I've been drinking too much, eating too much. I need to get on this treadmill more. That's what we got it for. It's just pretty ridiculous really, but I've been writing it down on a piece of paper and I realised I've not been up for a week. I was going to took the dog out. So yeah, 7:45. I've got to go to shops to get some stuff. I'll probably need some more beers later. And well, there's a problem. I don't normally go to shops, you see. And anyway, I'll tell you that story in a bit. Just going to crack on now. Dodgy on the ways, that. Anyway, that's another thing. Right. I'm not as fit as I used to be. Yeah, that's another thing. Anyway, I've been inspired by Captain Tom, so I'm going to be doing a garden challenge later. Well, it might be tomorrow when I can get that set up. It's going to take me a long time, I think. I don't know how long it took him to go around his garden, but I have a feeling my challenge might take, well, let me think, probably going to take me a good 2 days, 3 days. I'll let you know about that in a bit. Right, let's crack on, get to the shop. Right, we'll get the dog. Oh no, I've got to go shop first. Can't take her into the shop. Now, as you know, I've been doing medication deliveries. I had one, well, the last one was Thursday. It was only around the corner basically from the pharmacy where the person lived, and it got me thinking, because I thought, well, it was her husband who answered the door, and I thought, well, could you not walk down, you lazy sod? But then I thought, well, they might be in isolation, there might be a case of coronavirus in the house, so and then that made me think that I probably didn't have enough PPE. So I contacted the council and they said they're going to try and get me a mask and some gloves and stuff. And they emailed me a suggestion. Well, I'll give it a try, but better if she just went shopping, wouldn't it, really? But anyway, so here we go. So I don't know how this is going to work. I'll give it a try. Steaming up a bit. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. Alright, so That's the other thing. This is not good. Fuck. Oh. Oh, bollocks. Right, I've been to the shops, survived just about. I won't be doing these until late, it's only 8:15. Better finish this. Right then. Well, I'm not actually ready to start master baking at the moment. It's only 8:45, so I'm just getting a few things ready for this afternoon. I'm getting all the ingredients ready so then nothing can go wrong. What could possibly go wrong? So what have we got? I'll think about. Let's see, the paper's gone again. I don't know whether I've got the right one here. Yeah. 350 grams of self-raising. Come on. 330. Oh, 349. It's going to be tricky. Get in. 351. Close enough. Right, and some for dusting, so I'll leave that out there for later. Right, what else do we need? Caster sugar, check. Salt, ooh, check. Baking powder, baking powder. Bicarbonate of soda. Bread flour, baking powder. Alright, yeah. Ooh, fiery, go on curry. Go on, get in. Baking powder, check. 175 ml of milk, do that after. Vanilla extract, check. Squeeze of lemon. Beat an egg. Days on that. Best by 3rd of February. Date is it? 18th of April. Oh, it's not too bad that. Right, so beat an egg. Right. So leave that out for later. Put a baking sheet in the oven. Bit early for that. Right. Well, that's it then. Oh, what's not on the menu is the recipe. Sultana, I'm going to make fruit scones. So I'm going to, Christine likes a bit of fruit. Yeah, right. In the scones. We've got raisins as well, but she prefers sultanas. So I'm going to whack some of them in. Yeah. Right, so I've been told by the boss that I have to do these scones early because she wants them for breakfast. It's 11:15. So we'll be what's your problem? Pardon? You have got eyes at the back of your head, haven't you? Anyway, so oven on, 200 degrees fan. I'm going to put some parchment paper on the tray. Well, that can go in there in a bit just to get warm so that your bottoms are not soggy. Right, so anyway, I didn't get butter out before because obviously it's already soft. Or 85 grams of butter. It's a bit messy when it's just, you can't cube it, you see, can you? So anyway, that's going to go in here. So I've got my flour and I put some sultanas in there. And can you see me from there? What else didn't I get out before that I've just had to get out now? Anyway, so there's no cock-up, so I'm just going to do a quick checklist. 350 grams self-raising flour, plus more for dusting. Check. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, I suppose that can go in there. Teaspoon. Check. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Check. 85 grams of butter cut into cubes. Well, 3 tablespoons of caster sugar, 175 millilitres of milk. That was it. That needs to go 175 millilitres. 2 pints, that's close enough. So that goes in the microwave for 30 seconds because you want it warm. Not hot, not too hot. So then, it's minging, that is. So yeah, so anyway, a teaspoon of vanilla extract is going to go in that water in a moment. Well, in the milk water. So in the milk I'm adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Red food colouring. No, it's close. And a squeeze of lemon juice. Put that away. That was a good squeeze of lemon juice, wasn't it? Right. What else? I'll put that away. I'm putting things away as I'm going because I like to be tidy. I've already told you about my tools. Yes. So I'm putting 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's a bit too much of that. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Checking, make sure it is baking powder and not bicarbonate of soda. Put that back in the cupboard with the baking stuff. And then, this is where it gets messy. Where's my glamorous assistant? Glamorous assistant, do you want to rub some butter into this flour? Oh yes, and I've got some sultanas in here as well. I chopped them up, the bigger ones. So that's just you don't have to do that. You can do if you want. If you don't want, you don't have to. Right, so here we go. Add 85 grams of butter. Glamorous assistant, are you sure you don't want to get your hands messy? Well, have you ever watch Nadia Sawala, whatever she's called. She does all the little, what she call them, little helpers or whatever.
Slaves?
No, she has a name for them and I can't remember what it is.
Well, you get a message off and it's like, who can I pass this on to?
There's what?
You get a message off and your first instinct say, who can I pass this on to?
Will you be requiring eating of these scones later? You better be nice to me. And they're supposed to make some sort of breadcrumbsy type thing.
Do that? That's it. Right, over the bowl like that. See, I'm too short, I can't do that.
Right, well, half it's on the floor now.
You can't teach pork.
You can't educate pork. God, a minute.
Right out of the way, another bit.
It's all going on the floor.
Ones like that, watch. Not like that, like that. The next one, that's it.
Oh, it's right now.
And if you give the ball a shake, all the big bits come to the top and you can just...
Give the tree a shake. I've got it all over my socks and everything. Right, so now...
So all the big pieces are at the top, so if there's any big pieces you can just get rid of them.
Oh, it's got mouse droppings in it.
Okay.
Oh, it's right, that. Nah, I'll be right. I've done it before. Right, so what am I up to? Put a baking sheet in the oven. Right, do that. First thing, when I was in the cellar before, in the fridge, I noticed we had some gammon, and it got me thinking. Before ham was cured, what did it have wrong with it?
I wouldn't be eating it if it hadn't been cured.
Anyway, right, so that's in the oven. 3 tablespoons of caster sugar mixed into the flour and malarkey. 1, 2, 3. Away. And give it a mix. Anyway, I don't know whether I told you about this. Before lockdown, me and Christine went to a disco. What? It wasn't me and Christine, it was another bloke and his wife. And we had a bit of a dance. And messy here, man. You just have to get in, don't you, on the action. What have you got there? Pringles. Right. Oh, no, I can't tell you that. I'll have to stop then to tell you the story. No, I better not. Let me get this mixed first. Blah 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 blah. Make a well in the middle, and then add the liquid and combine it quickly with a cutlery knife.
Do you know it says combine quickly with a cutlery knife? Why a cutlery knife? It just brings it all together. Can't you use a spatula, like the green thing? It cuts it so that I use the knife. The butter knife goes fine. The butter. she says. We used to have about 5 or 6 of these, now we've only got one left. Right, so, here we go.
Shove that in there. Ooh. Oh my god, it's all curdled. I'm not really supposed to do that. It's going to be a disaster, darling. Right, so you mix that up, like, should it cut through it or something? I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. So I give that a good mix in, like that, with a butter knife, cutlery knife, whatever it's called. Right, anyway, so this guy and this woman had a dance, and then they went and sat down, and this other guy come over and said to this woman, "Do you fancy a dance?" Anyway, she looked over at her husband, and he gave her the nod of approval. He wasn't bothered. So she went on the dance floor for a dance with him, and he says, "You know, it didn't take him that long to say it, but he says, do you know, you're really, really attractive. Can I kiss you?" She says, "No, you can't. I'm here with my husband." So I said, I'm sorry, yeah, sorry. I'm out of order. So they carried on having a bit of a dance, a bit of a boogie, you know. And then he said, "You know, I think you've got a lovely pair of tits. Can I squeeze them?" She says, "No, that is really, really out of order. I'm here with my husband and he's only sat over there." So he says, "Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I just can't help myself sometimes." And so anyway, they carried on having a and so then he says, "You know, let me just check, make sure I've got I'll cut this up if I keep on telling jokes. Well, it's not a joke really, it's a true story. Makes it down like a cutlery knife. It'll seem pretty wet at first. Scatter some flour onto the work surface, tip the dough out. Oh, I can do that in a minute when I've dredge the dough in your hands with a little more flour and fold the dough. Oh, I can do that in a minute. So, right. So, yeah, anyway. So then he says to her, "You know, I'd like to turn you upside down, fill your vagina with beer and drink it from you." She said, "Right, that's it. That is absolutely disgusting. I'm going back to my husband and I'm going to tell him." So she goes back to her husband and says, I'm upset." He says, "What's wrong?" She said, "That bloke who asked me to dance, he said I were attractive." So he says, "Well, yeah." He said he wanted to kiss me. So the bloke says, "Well, stand up." He says, "Where is he?" "Not having that." So she said, "No, what hang about? That's not the worst of it." He said, "He wants to squeeze me tits." He said, "The dirty bastard, I'm having him, where is he?" So she says, "Well, hang on, that is not the worst of it." He said he wanted to tip me upside down, fill my vagina with beer and drink it from me. So the bloke goes and sits back down. So she says, "What are you doing? I thought you was going to sorting him out." He said, "I'm not messing about with anybody who can drink 16 pints in one go." Bum bum. Obviously it wasn't me and Christine. Don't let anybody tell you different. That would have been 20 pints. Right. So yeah, that's not looking too bad now, I think. So I might have to bring you around here. We're dusting. Lightly dusting. Oh, I'll tell you what else I need. You don't have to measure it, but I do. So I'll tip that out onto dirt, like that, you see.
Right, dust on it, and onions. Roll it into a nice little, well, I'll give it a bit of a knead. Should make that like this last time I did it. Well, anyway, I think it's a, she won't know. Well, she can leave it on next time, can't she, if she won't like it. So I just like sort of knead it a little bit, just to bring it together a bit. That's, a couple of times, not too much, I'd like to overdo it.
Oops, many rings falling off, that's probably an omen. So right, gonna roll it into a round like that, line it down a bit. Now, you want to get it to a pretty even size. Now you want about 4 centimetres, which to you ladies is about 9 inches. And so I'm using this 3.5. Now I've no idea how many we're getting out of this. And I've got a little what they call them, cookie cutters. So basically what I'm going to do, now what you don't want to do, which I've done before, and they sort of go a bit lopsided, you just want to push that right the way down. And then, and not twist it, because if you twist it, all the sides go. I'm just going to leave it there for now. I've got a bit of flour in that, so see what I mean? Just push it all the way down, and then because if you twist it, you see, all the sides will collapse. I mean, some of these might lean over a bit, but well, I'm not going to bother with the parchment paper. Save that.
That tray done out stick.
Like I say, I'm going to put thin parchment paper on it. Now, don't touch that because that's hot. And I'm going to put these scones gently and carefully onto the tray. Now I managed to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, so I've beat an egg to within an inch of its life, and I'm going to brush the tops with the gently. Into the oven, remembering to use the gloves, because how many times have I done that? In they go. Set the timer for 10 minutes. And now then, as I'm cleaning up, clearing away and getting rid of rubbish and stuff, and washing up the pots, there's one other thing I'd just like to clear up. Just so you're not thinking that Dave's a pisshead, and just so, Carl, you don't have to bother putting on Facebook, pisshead. You drink more than me. Well, you drink more than mine when you come here. But anyway, see that? Oops, don't worry about it. It's only water. It's a prop. You know, we do that in this profession. Right, let's have a see what the verdict is. Look at you, what's my scones taste like?
They're very nice, dear.
So there's the verdict then. Here endeth another master baking class by Dave. Went very smoothly. Only dropped half the flour on the floor. Swept it up, put it back in the bowl. Nobody knows. You can't tell. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, my name's Dave Whitworth. If you haven't, it's Carl Worrell. Yeah, subscribe. I'm not pointing to me, Willie. Subscribe. Down below there's a button. Subscribe. And you'll be able to see more masterclasses. And I've got a special coming. A Captain Tom tribute.